welcome back to the channel. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff on the bed here. It's a bit of a mess because I'm in packing mode right now. I mentioned this in my last vlog, but my goal is to go as light as possible. So we're traveling for 30 days. We have people staying here at the homestead the whole time we're gone. They actually come the night before we leave. I've just kind of put myself together a little bit for the day of just being inside and sort of prepping the space for people staying here for 30 days. So I'm actually going to empty out this drawer and clean it because they're going to stay in the guest room, which is the room that I'm in right now, because they're coming the night before we leave, so they'll be staying in here anyways. And this room just has more space. It's actually the primary bedroom. We ended up using the other bedroom because it had a bigger closet option that we ended up creating. That's the closet in this room, so it's quite small, but I don't have much in this drawer system here, so I'm going to empty it out today. I'm going to clean it up so that they can unpack their stuff. I used to share skincare all of the time, but I just haven't recently, so I thought I'd share this with you guys. I just used the Antipodes Lime Caviar. This is lovely. They actually sent this to me. It smells like just a hint of lime. It's super firming and moisturizing. So I've been using this every day recently. And then this I just repurchased. It's the La Roche-Posay. It's the tinted fluid with 50 plus sunscreen. It's what I have on my face right now. It has just a tint of coverage, very light coverage though. What I love about it is that it does have that light coverage, but it gives you a little bit of a glow. If you look at like the color, it's like the color of skin, but it has a bit of a glow to it. And what I love about it is that it protects your skin. So it's over 50 SPF, which is really nice and a great just option for every single day, because I don't want full coverage every day. There's only certain situations where I feel like going a little bit extra glam if I'm going out or something like that, and I want to do full coverage, which is very rare. So I'm usually just throwing this on every day and then putting like a concealer in any spots that I want to have more coverage on. So we've got some stuff to do around the house to prep for our month of travel. I'll also tell you guys where we're going, because I don't think I've even told you guys that yet. But first and foremost, let's go into the kitchen because I really want to do my morning smoothie. I have been on a morning smoothie juice kick lately. We are in the kitchen. Before we get into smoothie making, can we just take a moment for how cute this little reusable smoothie glass jar with this like bamboo lid and glass straw. I have been loving this. This has been making me want to make my smoothies even more, because you can make your smoothie and then you can go wherever you want and bring it along with you. I always just make it and then I bring it into the office, get some emails done, and it's just like a safe way to have your smoothie and just like a fun way to drink it too. All right, I've got my NutriBullet here ready to go, and we're gonna pick the ingredients that are gonna go in this morning's smoothie. I like my smoothie a little bit more juice-ish than smoothie-ish, if that makes any sense. Like I want it to feel more like a juice, but sometimes based off of the ingredients, it's a little bit thicker. So how I make it more juicy is I use a juice. So this is a raw, cold pressed orange juice. It's only oranges, which is what I look for in an orange juice. I do not like an orange juice that has a bunch of extra stuff in it that we don't need, like sugars and stuff like that. I'll probably put in like that much. A handful of spinach, good way to get in your leafy greens, and I just think spinach is delicious in a juice and smoothie. Alex just cut this gorgeous pineapple this morning. He's so much better at cutting pineapple than me. Does anybody else have a partner, or are you the one in the relationship that's better at cutting pineapple? Because I always ask him to do it because I just feel like he gets way more of the pineapple out of the core and cut, and he's just better at cutting it. He's really good at it. He's a professional pineapple cutter. I am going to put this in the smoothie, but I'm also going to snack on it, and I'm gonna show you guys my favorite way to snack on pineapple. Tahini. Gotta love tahini. If you don't have tahini in your life and you love a little bit of spice, it's not a lot of spice, it's just a little bit of spice, it's delicious. It's like the perfect amount of spice and sweetness when you add it with fruit. This is a Mexican seasoning. Alex's mom actually sent us home with it when we were in California to bring back to New Zealand, and I was very stoked about it. Or maybe she brought it with her when she came here. I don't remember, but somehow it got into our hands here in New Zealand, and I was very excited about it. In California, one of my favorite things to do was go to the fruit stands on the like sidewalk. So in the corner of some busy areas in Southern California, you'll find a fruit stand and they always have this like rainbow umbrella, and you walk up and you can ask for which fruit you want in it. They normally do pineapple, mango, and watermelon. Oh my gosh, the watermelon is so good with this. But that's my favorite mix. And then they add tahini if you want it, and then they put like lime juice or lemon juice, and it is one of my favorite snacks. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this tahini right now and just show you guys, like, you can just throw it right on the pineapple like this. I normally put it in a bowl and I squeeze lemon and then I throw tahini on it. You guys, if you are not on a tahini kick yet, like, it's time to get on it. I promise, it is so good. I will snack on this more later because I'll put lime in it in a bowl. But for now, I'm just gonna make the smoothie. So far we have orange juice, spinach, pineapple. I think I'm gonna go with a green smoothie this morning. I've been doing a lot of blueberry and beetroot, which has been making the smoothies like this vibrant purple color, which I really love. But we're kind of going green right now with the spinach, and then I'm gonna add this avocado halve. We buy this at a grocery store we love in town called More Wilson, and they do avocado halves frozen like this, which is so nice for smoothies because avocado in a smoothie makes it so creamy. And I think I'm gonna add a little bit of this cubed frozen passion fruit into the mix because it is so sweet and it literally makes any smoothie that you're making taste delicious. Maybe, that maybe a lot of it. Some water to help blend it all up. So that's the mix. It's kind of orange and green. It'll probably turn out being more of a green juice. I always love to see what it's gonna turn out looking like. So here we go. I feel like this is gonna be tropical with the pineapple and passion fruit. And I have a feeling it is going to be delish. Oops. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it already tastes amazing. Oops, I overfilled this. So good. I think last week I said that that smoothie was my favorite. This one might be my new favorite, but they're so different though. This is so tropical. Okay, first order of business. I'm gonna clear out these drawers. They're also kind of difficult to open and close, so I might work on that, and then I'm going to probably vacuum each drawer, wipe it down so that they have a space to put their stuff. I'm wearing my farm socks, by the way. I get these from the farm store in town. They are just thick wool, and farmers wear them when they're working in the cold on the land all day long. And they're my favorite socks now. So here we go. These are all nail polishes. I've got a collection of nail polish and I've just been keeping them in this drawer. There's obviously very random things in this guest room drawer unit, but we're gonna change that. We're gonna clear this baby out. Just all of our art supplies. I think that there's probably a better place for this. My friend's toddler's toy. And Jenga. And in the bottom drawer, Settlers of Catan. If you know, you know. We love playing this. We are officially about a week away from our travels, and I've got a bunch of items out on the bed that I know I'm going to be bringing. Like I said, I'm trying to pack as light as possible. I'm bringing this backpack. So as you can see, my body for reference, it's pretty much the length of my torso. And so I'm just going to start throwing stuff into this bag. The nice thing is it's autumn here, which means it's getting colder, which means that all of these summer pieces of clothing won't be worn for the next week, so I can confidently put them in this bag without feeling like I might wear them again before we leave. To save room, I'm just kind of folding pieces like this and I'm rolling. That's how I like to pack in to backpacks like this, because it definitely saves space. The other day at Cotton On, I picked up this little side pouch. I need a scissor for that. And I really love the color of it. I also really love how light it is. I think this will be perfect for our travels. I can wear it crossbody and I can pack it into the backpack, and like, look how small it gets. And it's just super compact. That way, when I'm leaving my backpack at our accommodation, I can just pull this out, put whatever I need in there for the day. And it's just super slouchy, super light. Can fit quite a bit in here, but can come with me on all sorts of adventures too. It feels good to finally just be putting stuff in a backpack, because I've been sorting through clothes so much, just thinking about what's going to come and what's not. So now you kind of just sometimes need to make that leap. Just go, things are going in the bag now. I am actually gonna take this off because it is pretty warm in here now. The sun is coming and going, but overall it is a warmer day. I have a feeling that these linen pants are going to be my go-tos. Like, I will probably need to wash them a couple times on the trip because I will be wearing them all the time. This is a workout shirt from Aloe that I really love. I love the cut of it, it's super flattering, but also I think it'll be really practical because it's nice and cool, obviously, because of the cut, but it's also a workout material, so I can either work out in it, or I think workout material is really nice, especially for a workout top in humid weather, because obviously you'll be sweating quite a bit, so this will be perfect. Have I even told you guys where we're going yet? I feel like at some point in this vlog, I must have said it. We're going to several different places though, so I'm gonna tell you guys right now, so all of this will make sense. We are going to Australia first, because we have to fly out of Australia to get to the destination that we're going to. And I've never been to Australia, so we're going to Sydney and we're staying in Sydney for 3 nights, 2 days, something like that, and then we fly from Sydney, which I'm very excited to explore Sydney, even though I'd love to see more of Australia, and I will at some point, especially since we're so close here in New Zealand. But for now, we're just going Sydney, and then we're flying to Hong Kong. We have a 12-hour layover in Hong Kong, but we're gonna jump out, check out as much as we can in that short layover time, and then fly to Bangkok, because we're on our way to Thailand. I've never been to the cities of Thailand. I've only been to the islands, and Alex has only been to the cities. He's never been to the beaches, which is a crime, so we're gonna remedy that. And I'm really excited to check out like the floating market in Bangkok and stuff like that. And so we're going to spend a couple days in Bangkok, probably a couple days in Chiang Mai, then we're gonna go down to the islands, and we're gonna spend the majority of our time at the beaches in Thailand. And then we plan on making our way to Cambodia as well at some point. The beauty of this trip is that we don't have everything planned to a T. We really have a lot of flexibility in what we're going to do with our time. I think the only thing we have booked right now is our stay in Sydney, and that's pretty much it. So we're just kind of gonna swing it and just see how the trip unfolds, but I'm so excited for it. I've been to Thailand before, as I said, and it to this day is still one of my favorite trips that I've ever been on. I went when I was 18. It was my first like trip on my own as an adult, and I think about it all the time as like just the beauty of that country, the people there, and just the travel experience there. It's just so lovely, and I cannot wait to go back. I've been wanting to go back since I went, and I'm really excited to experience it with Alex because I know he's going to love it too. The food's gonna be amazing. The beaches are beautiful there. We went back and forth for a while debating whether or not we were going to take this trip or not, because we have so much more to do with the homestead and so many more projects that we want to be working on throughout the whole winter. But we just decided, let's do it. We've been working so hard on this house for over a year now, for like a year and a half. And just moving countries has been such an insane experience. And so being able to take this trip, we'll still be working along the way. Alex will be vlogging it for his channel specifically because he's focusing on travel content again now that it's back and moving. And so it's definitely like a work and pleasure trip, but we've just decided to make it happen because we're still young and alive and thriving, and it's good to make it happen when you can. I'm getting the fire going, and we've just come home from going out to get some food. We went and got Indian food because we were both feeling like it's Friday night. We didn't feel like cooking, so we went out and it was really delicious. We are home now, and on our drive home, Alex and I were talking, and I remembered that I had never updated you guys on something, and so I thought I would. A lot of you guys, if you watch the vlogs regularly, you remember Frida and Diego, the two white American Peking ducks that were a mating pair. They were always together, inseparable. And I would put them in the vlog from time to time. And just so you know, there's noise in the kitchen because we're starting to prep some of the apples to preserve them. Recently, Diego has just stopped showing up. Like, he's just gone. And I've been waiting several months to just see if he's gonna reappear, but my heart tells me that something has happened to him. I don't know if he's passed naturally, if he got stuck somewhere and passed away. I've looked up the valley and around the ponds, and they lived here before we did. So I don't know if they were the pet of the previous owner or when they actually started living here, but they lived here before we did. So when we moved here, once the season changed, they would always come in the warm months around here, like during spring, and they'd stay for summer. And then last winter, they were both gone together for most of the winter. And this time around in the summer, nice weather, Diego just stopped appearing, and they're inseparable. So like when you wouldn't see Frida, you wouldn't see Diego, and you know, they'd both be gone together or they'd both show up together. And Diego was always in front of Frida, protecting her. And so I think something obviously happened, and she is still around. She comes up every morning and is quacking at me because she likes the chicken pellets, so I always give her chicken pellets. She quacks a lot more than she used to in the pond, like in the mornings and in the evenings. And he's just gone. And they were inseparable, so he had to have passed. That's what I think happened. I've walked around to see if I could find, honestly, like remains, because I really wanted to know what happened. It's hard to like just not know, but we don't know. And a lot of you guys probably remember Waddles, which was a duckling that waddled into our garage, and we cared for her because she obviously got lost from her family. So we fed her and kept her warm, and then when she was old enough, we rewilded her out into nature and into the pond, and then Frida and Diego ended up adopting her. And then once she could fly, because she's a mallard duck and they know how to fly, she flew away and reconnected with other mallards, and Frida and Diego don't fly because they're American Peking ducks. The three of them were inseparable, and it was really beautiful to watch Frida and Diego adopt Waddles and to kind of take her under their wings, literally. So that was a beautiful little story felt like a storybook, but in real life, to just watch unfold. And it's sad to just not know what happened to Diego. And then we had a duckling probably about 5 months ago. Alex was on a run and found another little duckling in the road that was obviously injured. And we ended up finding out a couple hours later that it was dying. I did whatever I could to see if I could keep it alive with like feeding it, and just looked everything up online to see if there was anything I could do. And life is fragile. Death is unavoidable. Thank you for that burp. Perfect timing. Even him, I'm like, he's already 5. Dogs live 8 to 15 years. Imagining life without him, Alex and I are always like, oh my God, but that's nature. And it teaches us all of those lessons, that death is unavoidable, that life is fragile, that time moves quickly, that we don't have the answers to everything. Sometimes things just are taken away, or we never see them again, and we don't have the answers to why. We don't have the answers to why certain things die, or why the seasons change, but that the seasons change, and that so much can change in each season, and that life changes and evolves, and just like the seasons, and that it renews itself, and that time heals, and there's just a lot of beautiful lessons from nature. And that is one thing that can be hard about this journey and this path that we've been on. I wasn't trying to make the end of this vlog so heavy, but that is the beauty of life, is that it can be heavy, and it can be messy and difficult, but beautiful and magical. And it's all of the feelings all wrapped up into once, because that's what makes the story of life so special and what it is, you know? It's a mix of all these complicated things, all balled up into one magical experience, the human experience. But nature can teach us so much about the human experience, about life. It can teach us so many lessons, and that's just what I've realized a lot, and I just wanted to chat with you guys about. So I'm gonna go help Alex. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you very soon. In the next vlog, I might be already, I think I'll be in Australia by the time I see you next. I'll talk to you then.